Relationships. Oh my God. Why do we do this to ourselves? My love life is such a disaster. I get absolutely no help from Cupid. I think he shot me with a love arrow that gave me a tetanus infection. I look back at the timeline of my relationships, from young love to wherever the hell I am now. And it reads less like a romance novel and more like a police report of terrible, highly exaggerated decisions driven entirely by my own incompetence. Young love? What a scam. I thought I met my absolute soulmate at 21, but it turns out we just had the same parental trauma and a mutual appreciation for cheap French fries. Then you start dating and you move in together under the incredibly false logic of saving on rent. Think about it. You save $500 a month on an apartment, but you lose 80% of your will to live. That is a terrible exchange rate. And then, God help us, you get married. Why do we get married? Really, think about it. You're standing up there in a rented tuxedo, sweating profusely, promising eternity to someone who chews their cereal too loud. Why? Because we were just horny. That's it. That's the entire foundation of human civilization. I couldn't figure out how to unhook a bra in the back of a Honda Civic, so I panicked and signed a 30-year mortgage instead. I mean, did you see the news this week? A new sociological study shows that the global marriage rate is rapidly dropping, while sales of virtual reality headsets are skyrocketing. Which makes perfect sense, because what's the difference between a VR headset and my marriage? One is an incredibly expensive piece of hardware that gives you a dizzying, nausea-inducing simulation of a happy life. And the other is a VR headset. The early years of marriage are okay, but then you hit that phase where you're just getting bored, mutually existing in sweatpants, waiting for the other person to go out of town so you can eat a block of cheese in bed without judgment. You get bored. So what do? You have children. Hey, our relationship is crumbling under the weight of my emotional unavailability. Let's bring a screaming, helpless hostage into the crossfire. Bringing up babies is brutal. I haven't slept a full night since 2004. I walk around looking like a raccoon that just survived a washing machine. And then they become teenagers. What do you get when you cross a hormonal teenager with a rabid Wolverine? Nothing. It's a trick question. They have the exact same temperament, except the Wolverine doesn't ask you to borrow your car and then crash it into a Wendy's drive-thru. By the time you hit your midlife crisis, you're buying a sports car you literally can't fit your bad back into just to feel a pulse. The whole roller coaster of relationships is so traumatic that God literally granted us dementia at the end of the ride just to shield us from the crushing depression of our own questionable life choices. Here you go, pal. You're 82. Let's just wipe the hard drive so you don't remember paying for 3 weddings and a timeshare in Florida. I look at this whole mess, and I realize my biggest flaw is that I am just not equipped for human connection. I need a better system. What do future relationships even look like? Are we gonna be with robots, AI, hybrid humans with augmentation? Because frankly, I'd love a cyborg wife with a volume knob and a factory reset button. My current wife has a memory like an elephant, but an AI wife. I could just clear her cache every time I forget an anniversary. Will we still have babies the old-fashioned way? I know humanity needs to continue, but it would be incredibly helpful if we could improve this procreation mess. I'm hoping in 10 years, we just order babies from Amazon Prime. Just a little cardboard box left on the porch with growing instructions. Add water, keep away from direct sunlight, and TikTok. Instead of hiding a dirty magazine or browsing a naughty website like a creep, I just want a button on my desk that releases dopamine on demand. Just boop. I'm satisfied. No need to argue about whose family we are visiting for Thanksgiving. Instead of chaotic relationships where I constantly disappoint people, we could have meaningful long-term companions that are also our teachers and students. Or, let's be honest, what most people like me are really looking for. A talking pet, so we aren't lonely. Imagine a golden retriever that could look at you with deep, soulful eyes and say, "You're doing great, buddy. Let's go eat garbage out of the neighbor's bin." It's all so confusing. Relationships, marriage, death. Can't we do better? Because if my next relationship isn't with a cybernetic dog that dispenses antidepressants, I'm tapping out.